Sandra.
Good morning and good evening. Isaac, there is nothing to be explored except just this being sweetly together.
Yeah, with pleasure. what comes to make a distinction around is like we love to love, but we've grown up with this idea of I love you, that we're loving someone.
Yeah.
So the difference between just loving unconditionally without there being someone, because we don't know who that someone is, and we don't know who it is that's even loving. As long as we're loving someone, something in us is going to have to defend, because the love is then, we know that whatever that person is, they have to at some point leave. They have an appointment with death. And almost everyone has unconscious patterns that are going to, if there's confusion, cause ripples. So the system will be wanting to love, but also protect itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you noticed, Isaac, that there is some kind of protection?
At least, I mean, to my sensing, there's a clarity of being.
Yeah.
But around just the full expression of love, there's some to my perception, who knows if it's accurate, I could just say, there's some defending, there's some, and to me, it comes out of that confusion of loving someone and just being love. So, and of course, I think almost all of us can find that in ourselves when it's like, it's
yeah. I just noticed that there is this completely falling into beingness, and then something like slightly making this distinction of you and me somehow, like this. So
yes, yeah. So that's to me, that's at the core of it. I mean, just this. So we're just exploring, not trying to change anything. It's like we've grown up with this idea of you and me. And we've looked many, many times. So, what's the you? What's the me? But still, the momentum of that, you could say, like all our romantic explorations have been around this idea of loving someone. I'm in love with you. I love you. And it's, it's like it's considered romantic, and it's, but, there's never that full seeing, wow, what is it that loves, or is there anything is there me that's loving, or is that love just an overflow of beingness? And is there you, and when we say I love you, what are we talking about? My perception of you, my ideas, my memories, it's like, So you know that, I mean, all we have are the sensations of this moment. And there's no me to love those sensations. There's,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something changed, and
Yeah, subtle changes, but
yeah.
yeah, it's interesting just to track them and feel just how. I'm curious if you could put into words what you're noticing, if it's, yeah.
So it's very difficult. It's like more opening up somehow, and even more energy also in the body, and here it was like somehow also something was like bursting bursting in thousand pieces. Somehow it's, but in the same time more energy, but also like more lightness in the body. It's and yeah, I can see there were ideas still around this love and you and me, but it's difficult to keep it up right now.
Yeah, thanks for playing with. Yeah, thanks for playing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was still an idea that I could do something like giving myself to it and to see that no, you know, it happens all by itself.
Beauty. I'd love to go to gallery view for a moment and just ask everybody if anyone got any value out of that, if any distinctions became a bit clearer in that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Murray. You say Murray, or how do you say?
Yeah. Hi, Isaac.
Murray.
It's Murray.
Okay. Hi, Murray.
Rhymes with calamari. Been can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I've been tuning into these meetings for a while. So I'm having a difficult time to relating, well, how do I say it? My relationship to my physical body is really, really a lot of resistance to like what's going on in my body. Like it's just been going on so long, like spasms, and it's like so uncomfortable. It's like daily management. And so mostly, I mean, there'll be some periods of time, you know, where I'm taking medication, so everything feels calmer. But when it's not working, then I'm just mostly just feeling resistance or anger or frustration. And sometimes it would just build so much, like the I don't know, the resistance or the just energy of just like I want to get out of it, you know, I want to get out of this body. I want to get, but I don't really want to, but I just want sensations to stop. And I don't, you know, I just, yeah, I don't know how to change that relationship with it because it's pretty hard to live with.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, when you spoke, I loved it as you were speaking, like first you spoke about it's a relationship with the body, but then it became clear it isn't even a relationship with the body, it's a relationship with sensations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the body is off the hook. It's just sensations, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
So let's just rest together for a few moments and surf it together. Just, you know, as we rest together, whatever this expression of life has discovered, your system is totally welcome to. So it can drink it. You know, it doesn't even have to understand it. It doesn't even have to know it. It's just like, just our nervous systems automatically, when they hang out together, the mirror neurons start to download each other. They start to vibrate. So it's not a doing even. It's like just really resting together. And like, as we're resting together, just getting a sense of what the invitation is, how the invitation is expresses itself through this expression of ourselves, yeah? And it's not mental, it's more just somatic, you know, like feeling into it. If it's easy to keep the eyes open without staring or anything, because I'm not staring, I'm just, my eyes are holes and the light is just coming in. Yeah, so I'm not particularly looking for anything. Just if it's easy, if it's not, close them. Just resting and sensing and feeling and. So, a couple of questions. Do you have a sense that however this is receiving that expression, does it receive you as an object, or how does the system meet this expression called Mari?
How does my system receive?
No, this system, my system, say my system. Yeah. How does it receive?
How am I
Mari?
perceiving that your system is receiving my system?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Okay. That's right.
And just as you're exploring this, what happens to the what you're speaking about, the resistance and the sensations and all that? Is there a shift? Is there a change? Is it the same? Is it different?
It's pretty hard not to focus on the it's just my right leg just really hard. Just
Yeah, but you were definitely exploring and sensing how our systems are communicating. So I'm just curious if that changes anything in the dynamic and the usual habits of how you are with sense, or how the automatic, not you, how the automatic in you is with. Yeah. No right, no wrong, just playing, yeah, really playing. I'm curious what you notice, if anything, maybe nothing. Do you sense a communication or communion between our systems, or?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm imagining.
Yeah, it's hard to know, yeah. But if could you describe that imagination? If it's whatever.
Can I describe the imagination?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining that the body is sort of like I just keep thinking of the words, a paper doll. It's like a it's like an electric paper doll. It's just
Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah.
it's just I don't know, really, just a bunch of connection points, or just
Yeah. And where does it begin and end?
it's kind of floating.
In this moment. Can you find a sharp edge or end to it, or is it kind of like, because energetically it's like,
Yeah, floating. It's more like floating.
yeah. So where's you and where's me?
Well, you're just a bunch of fuzzy pixels right now, so I don't know.
Cool. And so what happens to the resisting and wanting to get out of here and all that stuff? Just in this moment. Is it the same or is it different?
I don't really care.
That's a difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's all the same sensations, but I don't really care that much, I suppose.
Yeah, far out. So there's a change. And really check and see if the sensations are exactly the same, or even in the sensations wise, there's some difference. And you don't have, you don't have to blow wind up my skirt or be dishonest. Just whatever you.
Never heard that expression.
Where are you at the moment? Which country?
I'm English, but I live in San Francisco.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Did I meet you when when I came to Berkeley? Yeah.
No, I haven't in person, but I've been online with you before. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, usually I was crying, so I used to cry a lot on these things. I've been recorded on many things, just crying. I don't know, less of that these days. I don't really care anyway. Just crying all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Is there movement of energy in your body right now, or it's static?
it's like I don't know. The uncomfortable sensations in my leg are really strong.
Okay.
Like
And
just electric, just electricity.
yeah.
That's how I describe it. It's like having an electric right side of my body.
Yeah. I get it. I can feel to some extent.
But I mean, what does that even mean? I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, just a way to describe something, I suppose.
And the automatic unconscious resistance, is that the same or different?
Um,
Just this moment, yeah, because it's
yeah,
constantly changing.
yeah.
Yeah.
This moment, it feels just like not a problem.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Nothing I need to do.
Yeah.
Well, because there's nothing I need to do, that's not a problem.
Yes, I get it.
I start going to like what I want to do something, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And just for fun, can you find any pleasant sensations in your body at the moment?
Yeah, well, it's quite nice to feel a bit hungry. Feel a bit
Okay,
hungry. That's a nice. It's actually a nice feeling.
cool. Yeah.
And like just even the sensation of blinking,
Yeah,
kind of soft.
cool. And your clothes on your skin, the material on your skin, or
Yeah.
the air coming into your lungs, or
Mm. Yeah, that's nice. And
yeah,
this is a really comfortable bed.
yeah, cool.
Mm.
And the way I'm meeting you, how does that feel?
I don't know. How does it feel?
How would you tune into how it feels?
By coming forward, maybe.
Oh, okay, cool. And then what do you notice when you start to include that, in your radar, so to speak? Do you sense some kind of a flow between these nervous systems where it's just like, yeah, an exchange of information, or
something is like
it's hard to put stuff into
yeah,
words, eh?
I know, because everything just has like
Yeah.
an image and that doesn't work. And
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's just, yeah, a sense of moving forward or getting more solid or so, yeah. Like coming up, or instead of shrinking down into that's unwanted sensation, it's almost like
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you know, just digest whatever kind of got info happened in this resting together, and come back again, and
yeah.
you can explore more, if you want to. Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
cool. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Katrin.
Okay. With my iPad today, it's a bit different. Hey, maybe it's like this.
Hi.
It's better.
Hi.
No, it's not better. No.
Other way.
So,
Yeah,
sorry,
other way.
sorry. Okay.
No worries.
No
Yeah.
worries. I just wanted to say hello and actually want to share that we are having such a good time in the moment because we are having two friends of us here. They are dancing with Andrea. We are doing an online dancing training. And it's such a beautiful space to be together, and it's like hanging out every evening. Such sweet sharings and cuddling all the time, and it's yeah, this is what I'm longing for all the time so much, to have this. And it's so, yeah, it's so easy in a way. It's so, yeah, just to this is really my vision and my what I want to live, and it's actually happening. Before there were other friends here, and it's just like happening already. And in the moment I'm looking how to find a frame, or how to make it possible even more, and tomorrow they will all be gone. So I wonder how this will be then. Andrea is going to stay in a monastery, so-called monastery, like I don't know exactly. She also doesn't know exactly what happened, but she's going there for 3 months. So it's also exciting. Yeah, just Thich Nhat Hanh, he told, I read it, I think on Facebook, he said something like the new master is the community. I don't know exactly the words, but that touched me, and that's yeah, somehow what's what resonates with me.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, it's such a sweet space to just there's no agenda at all. It's just like, wow, being together and enjoying each other, and it's like, yeah, like the retreats. Yeah. We'll probably spend the nights together if we stayed longer together. All together. It feels so cozy, like kids or teenagers, or like hanging out and
Beautiful.
yeah.
Mm.
How to create more of this, and how to have all this come together, the peace and silence and the touch and the movement and sharing, and how to yeah, live like
You
that.
know, the interest is there now.
Yes, it's there for quite some time.
Yeah.
But it's more and more happening.
Yeah.
And it's actually, it's really not personal. It's just, it's not about me or anyone else and special. It's more like the yeah, like you always say, the kind of attention. It's more like, oh wow, this is interesting how you feel it, and oh wow, I do it like this, and oh wow, interesting. And it's so like there's no judgment, there's nothing to do with it. Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's actually a point where I'm busy with like showing myself more and showing up, having a voice, and yeah, be visible more. Like this is yeah, the old habits of hiding, and yeah. Yes. Okay. Thanks for having the opportunity to just show myself.
Yeah. Love and more love.
Mm. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Mukti, did you still want to have your hand up, or? Mukti, I saw you move your hand before. I don't know if you still wanted to raise your hand.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Hi.
Hi.
The system is a little bit activated, so I'm trying to make sure to let it know that it's safe.
Yeah. So just look around and just check and see if there's any danger. Just yeah. And check when you check me, just check and see if there's anything in the way that I'm meeting you that's not respectful, not honoring of your signals. Do you find anything that's dangerous in this moment?
No.
Yeah. Beautiful. So you've looked and you can see now all is well, and so then the system can take a moment, yeah, just to take a breath and just be here.
And I feel all the tensions inside. I just let them be without trying now to go in, because yeah, when you do the exploration of the somatic, it's just it's been difficult for me to go closer. So I can see that I don't even try to just go in. I avoided even trying.
Hmm. Whatever that avoidance is it something that you're doing or is it automatic and unconscious?
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it, clear. So whatever that is that's doing it, it's just automatic, it's unconscious. Who knows where it comes from? We don't know. But it's noticed. Yeah. For a moment there, it felt like it just something went deeper. I don't know what you sense, but
Yeah, it was just, I could see that I could choose to go with a little freak out or just go into peace.
beautiful. And it just went into peace, and
Yeah.
just for a moment. That's cool. It's enough. And what actually goes into peace isn't you, it's just your attention, yeah?
Was putting the attention on who I am instead of
Because that's all that, like awareness doesn't move. It's just, and it's aware of the movement. So what moves is our attention. Cool. Anything else you wanted to speak or?
I'm really grateful for these times that you just brought me here, like as fast as I could to make me go here. So now I'm more vigilant to just
be here,
thank you.
Cool. Thanks. Lily. Hi, Lily.
Hi. I have to speak this because this pattern of not being wanted or accepted is playing really hard. And even though I see it and I know it's not true, like with you right now, still here, like
Just slowing it way down, Lily. This perception of not being accepted, like it's like looking through a certain lens, yeah?
yes.
So who knows where that comes from your parents, from grandparents, great-grandparents. We don't know, yeah, but somewhere along the line in your lineage, there was a feeling of not being accepted for who we were, who we are, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a filter, yeah, that life looks through.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's just, yeah. So let's just, playing for a moment. What's that filter made of?
Oh, it feels like rejection and being unwanted.
Yeah. So
What's in the middle is
so it's made of perceptions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and assumptions, or like it's a given that that's the case. It's quite
Yeah.
hard.
So
Mm.
perception and thoughts and emotions.
Yeah. Right. Yes. 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 And fear. Mm.
Excuse me.
I can see that it was brought on by something. So for some reason, I was in that group for 21 years. I mentioned a few times to you. That man's name kept on coming up. And somehow I ended up talking to different people about their experience. And there was obviously still remnants of pain. And I know that energetically, when we mention something, then there's a connection or something going on. So the fear of anything coming back to me was there, or whatever. And the experience was like that over there, as you know. So that's been like sitting about as well. Yeah. Oh.
What is it that would reject what?
This expression of that's in this life now, I suppose.
So what is it that would reject what?
It's a concept believed in so long.
So it's what? It's a concept or what?
It's a belief taught that I'm not good, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not good.
So it's a thought, or yeah, thought, or a unconscious pattern. Yeah?
But for some reason, I believe this system believed it. It's true.
Yes. So all we're doing now is we're just not trying to not believe in it. We're just seeing what somehow there's this. So we're just slowing it down and seeing what is it that rejects what. Is the we're just playing, we're exploring. Yeah. What
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
that rejects what?
It's a perception. Okay, I see it now. Oh, oh God. Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, a feeling of rejection comes up, but it's like who's doing it or what's doing it or
yeah, yeah.
is it thought, is the perception, what is it exactly?
Oh. All I
Is
could
it
see was
real?
like this, yeah, a bubble of energy that was just there. Then I pretty dark too. Oh, wow. Oh, I think that's just ah.
Cool.
Many things.
Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Isaac. That's something that plays around the nothing of this. Can you hear me? It's
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I hear
good.
perfect.
now the picture is stacked.
Whoops.
Yeah. My system is always again tracked for a few days. And it's about the first and really about Corona. We have in Austria I don't know the English word, for the vaccination, we have to do it. Otherwise,
The
we
mandate.
have,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
otherwise we have to pay. And that brings much. It looked like the peace is distracted by it.
Mhm.
And yes, there's nothing to do, but I want to share it. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Some countries are doing away with it completely now, but some countries are getting even more heavy. I don't know if you've been following, there's millions of people in Canada. They huge rallies and protests. Yeah.
yes, it's also here. So for
Yeah,
a long
sure.
time, they do demonstration.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
But it's here. It is they are I don't know the English word. It's,
So in German or in...
es wird unterstützt von den Neo-Nazis. When I say it, it's they streiten es ab. They don't say they are not this, but they are this.
Yeah.
And so I can't go there. But it doesn't. Only was spoken to that it's distract me and bring this up, and I'm playing to go to peace and hold this and go to peace and hold it again.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks for you. Yeah. Hi, Esther. Judith. Hi, Judith. Can you describe?
Yeah, first it feels like my like my body is kind of building up, and then I feel it, yeah, more opening up. Yeah.
And who are you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes at this moment it's getting like strange, not, yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julie. Daphne. Back home.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
feels like cuddling you from inside out.
Beauty.
How does it feel to you?
Boundless.
Mm.
Just. Yeah.
Thank you.
Resting in the arms of infinity.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Isabella.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Isabella.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
And everyone.
Yes.
I'm just gonna take a moment.
I didn't.
I'm just
Didn't-
gonna take a moment. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course. I just didn't. I heard sounds, but I couldn't. They didn't penetrate. Yeah. Take a moment.
Can I share something? Even though I enjoy sitting with you in silence too. So I'm going through, my body is going through COVID the second time right now. And I'm coming out of it since 3 days. I'm like out from quarantine since 3 days. And I had COVID a year ago and now again. And I've just noticed how usually when my body is sick, it's processing a big chunk of energy. Like when my body is sick, no matter what, a cold or whatever it is, it's like all my unprocessed energies come up, but come up like a firework. Yeah. And I get sick once a year, maybe. And once a year, I have this big chunk of energy coming up. And so I realized that while my body was sick, this fear of death came back again since I lost my brother. And I thought it's gone. I thought the fear of death is not in my system anymore. But the past days, I realized, well, it's still in my system. And also, I see the difference so clearly between what we are, like the awareness, and I've seen it many times, and I know it deeply inside, but I also see the humanness and the unprocessed energies, and I'm able to be with them. But relating with the world, or in any type of relationship, I also saw how the idea of getting emotionally hurt, it's false. This is the way I saw it the other day, because I had an experience with a friend and I also had this fear of abandonment, and I realized how the child in me was coming up with this fear of abandonment. And just seeing how nobody can hurt me is just an activation in my system when I relate with the world.
What is the world?
Well, for me, it's life.
Yeah. But what is life?
Well, the same way as the flowers are growing or the grass is growing.
Yeah, so, does everyone see life the same way?
No, everyone
No,
based
so
on
what-
their own perceptions. And
Yes, so what is it then?
I don't want to say that it's a projection of the mind.
You then don't say it. But what is it?
Well, to me, it's a creation of the universe in a way in which forms are transformed into, or we are, I don't know how to say it in.
Take your time.
Okay.
So what is a dream?
Okay, I know where you're going.
I'm asking you questions.
But I don't experience that life is a dream. That's not my experience. So I don't want to say that life is a dream.
No, we're just looking together. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
So to me, if I have to say it, this moment is perceived through the senses.
Yes.
And usually those sensations are interpreted through our conditioning, automatically,
Yes.
unconsciously.
Yes.
So then we end up with a perception, which is like a waking dream.
True.
Because it's always an interpretation, yeah?
True. But if it's no interpretation, and I'm just looking at life purely with no interpretation of the mind,
Then
I'm just
then
looking at it. Then to me, it feels like a birth of life.
Then you don't know what it is even. There's no interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just a tapestry of different information, yeah?
Aliveness, it feels to me.
Yeah.
Aliveness, yeah. That's what life is. And something in me loves life, loves this aliveness, loves experiencing it in this form, or any form. It feels like a blessing. Sitting here with you feels like a blessing. And if I wouldn't be in this form, I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel this blessing.
You know, it's interesting just to play, because this form, what we call this form, where does it begin and end? And then this sleep happens. The form, we're not even aware of the form.
Only through the senses, in a way.
Hmm?
Through
Yeah.
the senses, I'm aware of the
Yes.
form.
Exactly. And then
And
sleep
when I
happens.
choose, and when I choose to connect with my physical body.
So we're just playing now, yeah? So there's
Yeah.
this physical body, which breathing, so it doesn't really have a beginning and end, because it's not, there's no, you know, it's not a container. It's completely permeable, always relating to everything, yeah? It doesn't exist without the sun, the moon, the air.
Mhm.
It's not separate, not even for a second, ever. But then, you know, like I said, it's like the world appears through the senses, but then deep sleep happens and everything's gone.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like gone. You know, my daughter told me the other day that she had a dream and she was aware that she was dreaming.
Yeah. So we can have a lucid dream. That's called a lucid dream. But then we also go to deep sleep, where everything disappears. There's nothing, no time, no me, no will, no senses.
Yes, true. But if this form wouldn't be here, I wouldn't get to experience the beauty of it. Or
So what is it that experiences? It's not the form that experiences. The form itself is.
Yes, it's true. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's very true. But whatever whatever I am and experience it through the form.
No, I'm not sure that's true.
I mean, through the senses, no?
Through the senses, in awareness, there's an appearance that usually is interpreted through conditioning without even aware that it's being interpreted. So who are you? Beyond the thoughts, beyond any idea.
Well, I know what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still enjoy this play.
Just and
who enjoys
just
it?
for fun. Who enjoys it? Yeah. There is enjoying.
There is enjoying.
See if you can, but see if you can find the enjoyer. You can find enjoying for sure.
Something in me enjoys the play. It's more correct to say. And that's seen. And that's seen. It's like an energy. It's an energy in me that enjoys the play, and I'm aware of that energy in me. And the same way, when something is heavy or challenging, or I could see that, okay, something does not enjoy that play, but I'm still accepting it and embracing it, or something in me is accepting it and embracing it, and all this is seen.
Thanks, Isabella.
Thank you, Isaac. Pleasure
Yeah.
to sit with you and talk with you.
To play, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Bas, thank you for hosting. Thank you, all beloveds, for being here. Love, peace, beauty.